Okay, grafting. Well, there's a couple ways to go about doing this. Right now I have Maxifort rootstock and some Brandywine. Now the others I'm going to do it. Now the difficulty is that you really want plants that you're going to graft to match up so that the diameter of both plants is about the same, so that when you put them into clips, they're going to be locked together without any play or wiggle room. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try grafting determinants. You know, take some, we'll say Brandywines, and graft them onto determinant. Because the root growth is more vigorous, and also to do them in some other types of hybrid tomatoes that are more resistant to disease and rot. Since heirlooms aren't, the rootstock of hybrids would be more protective. So I'm going to try a couple different varieties. So the first thing you need is a sharp blade, and you need a chamber to have the healing process occur. Now they have to be in dark. I'll show you what I'm doing for 4 days, and then you wean them for another 3 days after that. They need to be in high humidity. Ideally you would have a humidifier. Ideally a warm humidifier, and I have neither, so I have the heating pad, I have some water at the bottom in a dome, so I'll try to create a humid atmosphere in here for them, and then I have some cloth to put over it so it's dark. On the rootstock you want to ideally go below when you cut. I'm going to do top grafting for this group, which means each plant will be cut at 45 degrees. For the rootstock you want to cut below the seed flower or seed leaf, and that way you don't get any suckers coming from the rootstock. And then the stock that you're using that's going to be for the plant can be above the seed leaf, or actually below if you're going to do double or triple stem. So again, I had one survive last year, and I had it a double stock. So this is just trying to perfect my technique. The biggest where I failed last year was with the I didn't have the right clips, but the healing chamber is the most critical part about it. So let me get one of these together, and then I'll take you from there. Okay, here's my first one. You can see the clip on there. So if you have one sliced one way, you have to slice the other one so the 45s match up inside of this. And I took one leaf off here because you don't want them to have to support the leaf growth. You want them to be able to put the growth into the healing. Okay, and this one I use a different type of clip just to see how it was going to work. It's a little stronger clip than the other one, so I wanted to try both types. You know, I can recommend that if you wear glasses, you should probably have them with you. I wear glasses and I don't have them with me, and that's not the ideal approach. I'm struggling to see what I'm doing here when I have to line stuff up. So you can see this one's starting to droop a little bit, so we're going to just spritz them a little bit. Okay, here's the grafted tomatoes after a week. So this one has taken. It looks good. This one obviously is not. It's all kind of shriveling up. This one here looks like it's doing okay, and I think this one here is not going to make it. It's just drying up, kind of shriveling up. Here's two of the Brandywines that have started to throw up some suckers on there, so I can use those to graft, because I do have other Maxifort's rootstock. Well, these two have definitely taken. This one's growing pretty well, and the clip is almost off now. And this other one, the leaves looking good, and new growth is starting to come into the center. The clip isn't off, but it's got a nice seal. Interestingly enough, the two that made it have the same. I used the same clip on them. I don't know if that was a factor, lining them up, putting them in there. It very well could be that it was the clips that made the difference. The other pinch clips I used are a little bigger. Maybe they weren't tight enough, but at least I've got two that made it out of this batch, and now I'll be doing a couple more. Probably I won't do more than 6 total, because I just have so many other varieties of stuff I'm planting. Anyway, so it is possible. Again, I'm with pretty generic equipment, not having the healing chamber with the humidifier, so go for it, guys. Fun stuff. Well, I just took the clip off of the one of the other two that didn't seem to make it, but the graft did take, but somehow the top part didn't get enough humidity, moisture to stay viable while the healing process was going on. So there again points to the humidifier. Okay, just wanted to show that.